Hi, I'm Jake.
Unfortunately, this time I couldn't find a good place to record my video for this effect to work perfectly. This is why you can see that my hanging and swinging motion is stopped by invisible wall, as well as rotoscope nightmare. So I've decided to explain how to film your own footage so you wouldn't run into same issues. In my example, I had this ledge on which I'm trying to jump and climb. But the issue is that my body and legs was obscured by pillar, which is why when you will go to shoot your own video, make sure to find some sort of roof visor, which wouldn't have any pillar, or it should be far away or out of the frame. Something like this, so you could swing on it and nothing would stop your motion. Also would be nice to shoot against simple background, like a sky with no clouds. It will also help to create this effect much easier, because it would be much easier to remove the part of the roof or construction on which you're heading. And final step will be to add a door in clear sky. In my case, I've used Photoshop and Clone Stamp tool to remove this stand here. But if you'll follow instructions which I provided earlier, you wouldn't need Photoshop. So let's ignore this rough rotoscoping and pretend like this is my original footage. This look, by the way, would be perfect for this effect, because now we can just simply duplicate our layer, select it and go to Layer, Duplicate. Then use Rectangle tool, cut a part of your clear sky like this, and move over to cover piece of the roof on which you're holding onto. Then adjust a mask if needed. You can also choose Pen Behind tool and click on the center and move over to choose better part of your sky. And then click here and hold for a second and choose Mask Feather tool. Hovering above the edge of the mask, you'll get a plus sign next to your cursor. Click and drag. It will create a feather around entire mask. In parts where we don't need the feather, just create more points and bring them closer to mask outline like this. This should help to blend your duplicated part of the sky with the original footage, in case if you have few clouds. Then left double click on mouse on this area here to import our door image. It will be in description below to this video. And place it right at the point in which I'm grabbing the air. And if you filmed your footage correctly, you'll have natural swinging motion of your body, which by the way will increase cool factor of this effect. If you did a pull-up in your video, you'll need to duplicate your footage by pressing Ctrl D on keyboard and rotoscope your head on top of the door. Basically it means to create a mask around your head using ellipse tool and keyframe the path of your mask. If you're a beginner to this software, I would recommend not to do any pull-ups and just swing in a bit and fall off to make this effect easier for you in post. And now let's work with first part of the video. Here you need to jump from one room into another. It helps if your other room is brighter. It will look more believable like you are jumping outside. So in the moment where your body covers the part of other room, go to Edit, Duplicate to make a copy of your footage. Cut it to this moment from both sides, so we would work only on this part. Then we will use this rotoscope tool, click here, double click on duplicated layer, and now our cursor turns to green. With left mouse click and drag, we can select ourselves to cut out ourselves from this video. By holding Alt key on keyboard, and with the left mouse click and drag, you can deselect the parts which we don't need, like the parts which are not our body. Then frame by frame, make sure that your selection is following your body and nothing else. Using page up or page down on keyboard, you can go forward a frame or backward. Once your rotoscoping is complete, just click here on Freeze button to save the result. You can tweak some settings in RotoBrush effect here, or copy values that I've used, but it really depends on your footage. They all just fixes the roughness and amount of cutting your edge, so play around to get better result. Now we need to add our outside world. For this I'll duplicate my footage by pressing Ctrl D to duplicate, I'll drag it on top, then I'll find outside frame of my video, and then right mouse click to go to Time Freeze Frame, to have this frame as a picture. I'll drag it below to my rotoscope layer, and disable all layers for now. Now we need to create a matte to tell After Effects where outside world should be. For this go to Layer, New, Solid. Let's call it matte. Let's also disable it by clicking on eyeball icon and using pen tool create a mask where outside world should be. In my case I also have reflection in the mirror, so I'll create mask here also. Now we can enable frozen footage with the outside world, place it below matte layer and set it to alpha matte. We can also press S on keyboard and scale it down, then move it over, just so it would look like that we are on second floor. And finally, we need to extend our sky. Go to Layer, New, Solid, call it Sky, and select a color which is on top of your outside footage. Click OK, and then select Matte Layer, duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D on keyboard, and set above of the sky layer. And then sky layer set to Alpha Matte. Select both of these layers, holding Shift on keyboard, and place them under outside footage like this. Nice! Now we have extended sky. And then enable rotoscope footage of ourselves. Cut these layers to the end of this scene. And now, it's a great time to support my channel by one of the links in description. Or just subscribe to my channel, leave a like and comment. Your support is very much appreciated. Thank you.